Thanks for stopping by. I Did Not Know That Classic TV Edition. Please like and subscribe.
I'll think about it.
That's all I ask.
Coming up on this episode of I Did Not Know That.
He is pretty good, Paul.
Better see if he can dig it.
If you grew up in the 1960s or 70s, or watched channels like MeTV that carry classic TV shows, you know what this is. The iconic opening to Bonanza, one of the greatest westerns to ever air on TV. You had Ben Cartwright, the head of the clan, and his sons, Adam, Little Joe, and who can forget the great Dan Blocker as Hoss. Maverick was another western from that era, and it starred James Garner, Jack Kelly, and later Roger Moore, and then Roger Colbert. It was a western that often didn't take itself too seriously. Garner's character was the laid-back and wisecracking Bart Maverick who would avoid fighting if he could help it. His brother Bart, played by Jack Kelly, was much the same. A few weeks back, I was delighted when I came across a story that back in 1961, Maverick decided to spoof Bonanza in an episode called 3 Queens Full. As you can see here, at that time Bonanza was riding high in the ratings. So I hunted down this unique Maverick program and I thought you might enjoy taking a look at it. I'll post a link to the entire episode below. Also, there might be some spoilers in this, so be warned, you might want to watch Maverick first. It was creatively done and gently poked fun of the concept of 3 grown single men in their 20s and 30s still living with their pa. They're portrayed as just a bit childlike in their devotion to him and never questioning his decisions.
Don't you fellas ever buck him?
Buck Paw?
That's about time you grew up, isn't it?
Jim Backus plays their pa, Joe Wheelwright. Backus, of course, is best known as Thurston Howell III in Gilligan's Island, which he starred in just 3 years later. He's also the voice of the cartoon character Mr. Magoo. He's known mostly for comedies, but he's also appeared in dramas such as Rebel Without a Cause as the dad of James Dean. In the opening scene, we see the the Wheelwrights riding into town. The big difference is that the TV show Maverick is shown in black and white, and every episode of Bonanza was filmed in color. Here the Wheelwrights are. Let's throw some color on them to make them look more authentic. You have Backus's paw on the far left, then Henry, Small Paul, and Moose. Here's the real deal: Adam, Little Joe, Ben, and Hoss. The story revolves around Pa Wheelwright deciding that it was high time for his sons to get married. So instead of letting his sons find their own wives, he decides to do it himself. Probably a good idea, since in the real Bonanza, anytime one of the Cartwright boys falls in love with a girl, the girl meets an untimely death by the end of the episode. So Pa pays a marriage broker to find 3 unblemished brides for his sons. The women must be of the highest character in every way. Wheelwright and his sons will be out of town when the brides arrive, and so he decides that Bart Maverick is the man to protect their honor until their return.
I suppose you've been wondering what's been going on here, Mr. Maverick.
I have just one question. Are you people out of your minds?
Bart declines the job, but Pa Wheelwright uses his money, threat of violence.
He is pretty good, Paul.
Better see if he can dig it.
My boy, all I'm asking you to do is chaperone 3 pretty young ladies for a couple of days.
He also threatens to put him in jail for 2 years if he doesn't change his mind. The trouble is, Bart soon finds out that the marriage broker couldn't find any refined women willing to travel out and live in the wild, wild west. So he picked up an actress and a couple of dance hall saloon girls for the job. When Bart realizes this, he decides to put them on a crash course to get them all in shape before the Wheelwrights return and meet them. Without telling you too much more about the plot, the boys finally meet their brides and they fall hard for them. But there are other nefarious forces working behind the scenes that complicate everything.
Moose!
there's a good old-fashioned Wheelwright brawl at the end. You'll have to watch the full episode to find out what that's all about, but one thing I really enjoyed is Jim Backus, who pretty much played his role straight, finally broke character at the end and let out his inner Mr. Magoo.
Was it?
Push down there. Oh, I love those boys.
Hey, if you like this one, let me know, and I'll do another one on the time Maverick spoofed Gunsmoke. Hey, thanks for stopping by.
Ba-da-da.